Once upon a time in a thick forest, there lived an extremely greedy tortoise. This tortoise had been born and raised in this forest. He had lived there for many years, but he'd never seen beyond the trees. He only knew the ground beneath his feet and the sky above his head. But even then, he didn't know how big the sky was. He just saw a tiny part of it. One day, our greedy friend went to see his friend, the owl. The owl sat on a tree as usual and greeted the tortoise. "What's up, my friend? How are you?" asked the owl. "I am good, thank you," replied the tortoise. "But what is this that I see on your beak? It looks like something delicious." "What is it?" The owl was eating some berries. He took one last bite, swallowed them, and replied, "These are sky feasts. They grow on the topmost branches of this very tree. And they taste so sweet and yummy. You must try them. On top of that tree, you say?" Said the tortoise, thinking about how he would go about getting those sky feasts. "It's such a pity that I can't reach those delicious-looking berries. I wonder if anyone in this forest has ever eaten them before. Of course people have eaten them. Who hasn't?" "All of us have," said the owl, confused by the tortoise's question. "All of us have eaten sky feasts," he repeated. The tortoise nodded his head slowly. "And you say they taste sweet and delicious?" "Oh, yes, very much so. Why don't you try them yourself?" The tortoise kept quiet for a while after that. His mind was running at full speed. All this time, the thought of reaching the top of the tree hadn't even crossed his mind. Now that the owl had told him about the sky feast growing there, the only thing he could think about were those tasty berries. He needed to get his hands on them. At that moment, the greedy tortoise hatched a plan. He looked at the owl and said, "My dear friend, you are so lucky to be able to eat these delicious sky feasts every day. I wish I could do the same. Tell me, would you mind if I came here every day to eat a few berries with you? Why not?" "Of course you can join me anytime," replied the owl. The next day, the tortoise returned to see the owl. He climbed up the tree and settled down beside the owl. "Here you go," said the owl, offering the tortoise a berry. The tortoise ate it and smacked his lips. "This tastes amazing. May I pick a few of these berries and take them home? My family would love them." "Sure, take as many as you want," said the owl. So the tortoise picked some berries and left. From the next day onwards, the tortoise made it a routine to go to the tree and pick some sky feasts to take home. He did this every single day. One day, when the tortoise reached the tree, he found the owl crying. "What happened, my friend?" he asked. "Why are you crying?" "A fox has come to live in this tree," said the owl sadly. "He's built a den right where the sky feasts used to grow. Because of this, the sky feasts have stopped growing here. I haven't eaten anything for days now. I am so hungry, but there is nothing to eat." The tortoise felt sorry for his friend. "Don't worry, I will ask the fox to leave. I am sure he won't have any objections," said the tortoise. The tortoise went and asked the fox if he could move out. "Why should I move out? This tree is my home now. I have every right to stay here," replied the fox angrily. "But the owl lives here and he is my friend. Please respect that," said the tortoise. "Your friendship with the owl is none of my concern. If you want to be friends with him, go ahead. But as for me, I am not moving out of this tree," said the fox. "Very well, then I shall wait until you leave this tree. Then I will come back to collect the sky feasts," said the tortoise. Every day after that, the tortoise came to check if the fox had moved out or not. But the fox was adamant. He refused to budge. At first, the tortoise was very angry, but later, a brilliant idea struck him. Every night when the moon was high up in the sky, the tortoise crept into the fox's den and laid some eggs. Day by day, the number of eggs increased. Soon, the entire den was filled with eggs. One day, the fox couldn't take it anymore. He went up to the tortoise and said, "Look, I have had enough of this. If you lay one more egg in my den, I will eat all your eggs." "What? Eat them?" exclaimed the tortoise. "But they're not yours to eat. These are my eggs. You keep laying eggs in my den, and I can't stand it anymore. So I am warning you, stop doing this right now, or else I will eat your eggs." All right. "I won't lay any more eggs," said the tortoise, pretending to be scared. The very next day, the tortoise went to the owl and said the fox has agreed to move out. From tomorrow onwards, the sky feasts will start growing again. The owl was very happy to hear this. The next day, he went to the tree and plucked some berries. To his surprise, he found that the sky feasts were indeed growing again. The two friends were overjoyed. They enjoyed the sweet berries together. Now, you must be wondering what happened to the fox. Well, let me tell you. After the tortoise tricked him, the fox realized his mistake. He understood that he shouldn't have been greedy and taken the den for himself. But there was no use crying over spilled milk. The fox decided to look on the bright side. Instead of feeling sorry for himself, he decided to make amends. He apologized to the owl and the tortoise for all the trouble he'd caused. The two animals readily forgave him, and since then, the three of them have become the best of friends. The fox, the owl, and the tortoise became so close that they started visiting each other's houses. The fox invited them to his den, the owl to his tree, and the tortoise to his burrow. Every day, the three friends met and shared stories and jokes, and they lived happily ever after. Once upon a time in a thick forest, there lived an extremely greedy tortoise.